Holy cow. So did I hit a yard sale? I just downloaded the yard sale treasure app, treasure map app. I feel like Dr. Seuss when I say that. The yard sale treasure map app. Because I wasn't finding anything, just out chasing signs. Turns out that was a good idea because down the block was this sale that panned out. I got this for $12. There's another one in there in the case for $15. I think that's a clarinet. And then these two sealed in box models were $1 a piece. This mouthpiece that's to a vintage trombone was 50 cents. And then there's some safety glasses that were 50 cents. And I spent $30 on the whole box. So I'm gonna go get money and go back. So I went back and I spent another $50 and I got more than I could have hoped for. There was an auto harp that was 15 and a remote control plane from the 60s that was 35, and the guy ahead of me bought both of those. So I ended up taking these that are the scraps, but I think I'll do all right on scraps. Guys, I need to show you what I picked up today. Besides these awesome glasses for 50 cents, I went to I went to two garage sales. I spent $85. You're not gonna believe it. It's a clarinet. It says it's made in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which has been in the news the last couple of days. So that's pretty apropos. But the price tag's for real. That was $12. This one is a Bundy, and it was 15 in the case clarinet. These were $1 a piece, sealed, and they comp at about 15 bucks. This was in the free bin. Tanner's Orchard, people who are in Central Illinois will know that. There's a bunch of mini planes and stuff. This whole box was 10 bucks. And some of them are being taken out and played with. This was in that box too, and then there was one other little metal military guy. This one says made in the US, and this guy is not the same scale, so I don't know what the deal is with those. This is Marks, stop it. This is Marks, which is a really good old maker of tin vehicles. This has both doors, and the paint is really nice, but it's missing. It was $1. It's missing the thing that would link it to the other train cars on both sides. So I don't know how much that's worth. Not a ton, but it's still, for $1, it's definitely making money. These Gem, Gillette, and Gillette, new in package, and then a bunch of these Gem used safety razors, $8 for the whole bundle. This probably is going to be not for sale. It's an old Wheaties box featuring the man himself. It was only $1. These were 10 cents a piece. This is driving through I'm assuming that's a Sequoia, and through that same Forest Avenue of the Giants. These are placemats, likely from the 60s. They're just way cool, and for 10 cents I wasn't going to leave them there. We already showed you this. This is a Conn trombone mouthpiece, 50 cents. That's probably, my experience says that's $10 or $12 at least. I picked these up to buy, to use, and I'm just a sucker, so I look up everything. And this is okay at Sune, something like that. Okay at Sun E is how that's spelled, but they're Japanese bypass pruners, and this is like spring loaded, the lock on the bottom. These sell new for $50. I picked them up in the free bin at this garage sale, the second garage sale. These are the cases. This is the case to the glasses that I have on. They're 50 cents. Oh, I skipped these glasses. These are Bausch & Lomb, $3. Bausch & Lomb antique wireframe glasses, and they come with, and this is how I know it's Bausch & Lomb, because it says B&L Company on it. And they comes with all these extra prescription lenses. So I don't even know about this, but for $3 I certainly wasn't going to leave it there. Caleb's playing with all the toy planes. These are heavy, heavy Jingle Bells, and they were in the free bin. As it is, I don't know that I will. A whole bunch of cap guns. You guys are probably going to learn about cap guns, because I don't know anything about cap guns, other than I know they're kind of hard to sell on eBay because they don't like to have guns sold on there, and so they restrict these pretty heavy. 25 cents for a Tupperware with the lid. This one's a Tupperware with the lid, and the lid's a little messed up, but it was also in the free box. And then these thermometers, I'm sure one of these said right on it what it was for. Special standard for dairy. And this one is a double duty thermometer. These were $1 a piece, and they're antique mercury thermometers. They might be a little hard to figure out, making sure I can ship them. This was 25 cents. Wild Skill, please don't drop those and break them, Caleb. Another 25 cents for Tupperware with the lid. And then this is one of my favorite brands to pick up. Maybe you guys aren't aware. I'll let you know. Dansk. Normally Dansk to me is mid-century modern. This was $1. I don't know what price on that, but that's a nice little high-end mixing bowl. The Dansk is a high-end name brand. A mixing bowl is a mixing bowl, so to say it's a high-end mixing bowl is kind of silly. This I'm going to have to put batteries in, but it's an older RCA transistor radio, and if that works, that's going to be at least 20 bucks. I suspect even higher. These are the real craziness of the day. I don't know what they're worth, but I'm super excited about finding out. Is he Santa Claus flying around with that guy? Woohoo! Flying on a jet plane. You can see this little mac and cheese monster? Look at her. Crazy baby. Say hi. Hi. All right, guys, I haven't been super good about posting videos recently. I've been working more on like actually running the business. Sorry about that. Let's go through some what's sold. All right, guys, well, welcome back to the storeroom. I am Tom. I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad for my 5 kids, all 9 and under. And then I run an eBay store out of my garage. So thanks for tuning in to Mod and Pop Thrift. Let's get into it. Wait a minute, just because I did an intro in the middle of a video doesn't mean that I need a second theme song. Okay, so this car is very broken. It is an SSP car from the Kenner 1970. I bought this at a thrift store. No, I bought it in a estate sale for $3. And the car being in terrible shape is why it was that cheap. But I didn't care about the car. It came with the ripcord. And I'll show you what this thing does.
I've got a new SSP. Survive!
Okay, let them go. Some of the great SSP racers for 72. And there goes Juices Wild and Ramjet too. All with the new howl of power of Sonic Sound by Kenner, each sold separately.
So, the ripcord is important if you want to play with the car, but that car isn't worth anything. But people who collect these things need these ripcords. They are always missing. So, I sold this for $13.50. Man, my voice is cracking a lot today. So Kevin over there,
Commonwealth Pickers,
always says, when in doubt, part it out, which is something that I've done for a long time as well. This is a box to a game called Battle Tops, and it sells way better for parts than it does complete. Let me show you this. So you can see the comps are right around that $12, $15 range. Look at my listing. It's just a handful of the parts that came with this thing and sold for $12. Now, mine's a lot cheaper because I'm not trying to ship a huge box with a game board in it. I just have this little padded envelope going with the parts, and I made just as much money. Okay, and that really great garage sale that I hit the other day with all the cap guns and stuff. The some of those little Micro Machine planes, these were Indiana Jones specific Micro Machines, and so they sold for $8 plus shipping. Micro Machines are really good, and you'll know that they are Micro Machines if you have really good eyesight, because they say, it'll never focus, LGTI, Louis Galoob Toys Incorporated. LGTI is Galoob, and that's who makes official Micro Machines. Hot Wheels made a group called Micro Planet, and Micro Machines were huge in the mid-90s, and so there's lots of rip-offs, and most of them aren't worth much. But the Galoob specific Micro Machines brand, and some of the Hot Wheels ones, but mostly the Micro Machines ones are legit. Galoob Micro Machines are worth some money. And hopefully you'll see that in coming days, because I think I got some more sales coming up in the next couple of videos. I am not a gun guy at all. Actually, I don't even particularly like toy guns, but I sell things I can make money on. These are water pistols from the Daisy brand, the made famous by A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. The Red Ryder Daisy gun, Daisy BB gun. These are Daisy brand water pistols from probably the late 60s. They sold for $30 for the pair. And you may remember I have $25 in the whole box of all. So now I'm in the profit. That gives me my return back after fees and shipping, and now every cap gun that I sell is going to be profit. Clarinets. I have done really well on clarinets in years past. Not this one. Not either of these, actually. They listed significantly lower than I thought they would. I thought they'd be $50, $60, $75 a piece. I ended up listing that one for $39.99 and took a $30 offer plus shipping, but only paid $15 for it. So I almost doubled my money. You guys saw the other day where I picked up a bunch of books, the Boy Scout book with a little bit of extra flair inside of it.
My flare.
It sold for $7.99. Boy Scout stuff, it sells reasonably quick, and some of it can sell high. I wouldn't recommend always picking it up every time you see it, but comp it. Don't sleep on it. You can make some money. Like, this is just a guidebook from the Boy Scouts, and there's millions of them. But I sold that one for $8. Here's something you haven't seen in a while. How about a single stitch t-shirt? This is a Cubs shirt. I want to say Seth, one of the guys that comments a lot, this is the actual one that I got from him. It sold for $14.49 free shipping. Just a standard shirt. I think it said 1992. Yeah, 1992. I really like this one. I picked this up from a friend of mine whose Instagram is My Heart My Sleeve on Instagram. She does a lot of vintage clothes too. This is a Camel cigarette brand 1984 speed skiing hat. I paid $10 for it. I like to support other people who I know personally who are selling vintage stuff, and I knew I could make some money on that, so I sold it for $23.99 free shipping. So that's right, almost doubling my money. And I'm finally out of the Merle Norman business. Somebody was just asking me about these yesterday. This is the last one. I picked all of these up for $2.99 a piece, and this one sold for $40 free shipping. All right, guys. Well, auctions are a little bit hit or miss. That's kind of the point. That's why it appeals to people. This box right here, I'm going to ship it in this Amazon Prime box, but that's not interesting. I'll show you the listing. A bunch of empty Nintendo boxes. The boxes, I've said before, are worth as much, if not more, than the cartridges. And this one I put up for auction at 76 cents, just because that was the number that I picked at the moment I was feeling weird. And it sold for 48 after like a 10-day listing. I was hoping it would go for 65 or 70. 50 free shipping is fine. I have almost nothing into them, but I I felt like that. I felt like it kind of underperformed, but that's the deal with auctions. It's why it's appealing for people. And I kind of, that's the risk you take. A lot of times I would tell you, don't list something at auction for less than a starting price that you're willing to take. But on Nintendo boxes, there are 100 million buyers. And so they're going to do well. These ones didn't do quite as well, or my hopes were too high. That Jackie Chan box is pretty beat up, and that Jackie Chan box is the real appeal out of any of those. So since it was in bad condition, I guess not as many people were interested in that one. More Micro Machines. These little guys, a police car and a Thunderbird, 90s Thunderbird. I always have a hard time telling what models these things, the Micro Machines especially, are, but they are. That one turned out to be a Thunderbird because I found a comp just like it. And those are marked LGTI, and they sold for $8 plus shipping. And I actually had 2 of the Thunderbird and 2 of the police car, so that's a multi-quantity listing on that lot. And then, in the middle of the summer, I went into a Habitat for Humanity store and I found this pile of Tupperware coasters. I paid, I want to say $1 for the whole pile, and they sold for $15.99. I've been doing a little more picking up Tupperware when it's in nice shape, and I've been really hit or miss. Like, I'm striking out a lot, but and some of it, like, I need to open it up because if it's got a lid on it and it's from the 70s, a couple of them I opened up, and after I got them home, and I'm like, whoa, I can't sell that smelling like that. I guess I'll just lose the $1 that I spent. So I'm learning Tupperware. I'm not doing too hot. But that was a good sale. I mean, $1 into 16. I think it was free shipping, but still, I'll make $10 on my $1. Levi's, nothing real special on these Levi's. They're 501s, black. I don't tend to do as well with black denim as I do with just standard blue jeans. These sold for $21 free shipping. When I picked up all those cool vintage snapbacks with the like ABA team, and there was a handful of other ones that I was really excited about at Goodwill, I got this, which I didn't think was nearly as cool. It's Mountain Dew, Dale Earnhardt Jr. meshback snapback. Sold for $8.99 plus shipping. I think I had it listed for $11.99 and somebody sent me an offer. And it's been sitting around a little while, and it's not a hugely desirable hat, so I was glad to get an offer and to sell it. Okay, and then this Wii sold, complete in box. I picked it up the other day from a guy who I got a bunch of Wiis from. That was the video where I showed you guys how to tell the difference between the backwards compatible and the not backwards compatible Wiis. This is that one, and I paid like $175 for everything there, so I figured I had like $40 into that Wii, and it sold for $80 plus shipping. So I kind of doubled my money there if you don't count out the couple bucks that would be fees. I got close to doubling my money. That same awesome garage sale where I picked up the clarinets and the cap guns, I picked up a bunch of razors. This one sold. This is new old stock travel set, and it sold for $24.99. Free shipping. I mean, it's not going to cost much to ship this, but those razors I think are going to do super well. I already sold one of them. This Rusty Wallace t-shirt, I was listing in the middle of the night, not in the middle of the night, like 11:30 or something, laying in my bed, and I was kind of falling asleep looking at the phone. And this, so I was listing this Rusty Wallace shirt, and it ended up on auction with a starting bid of what I wanted as the buy it now price, which was like $12.99 plus shipping, and it ended up selling for, I think, $16.50 plus shipping. So that's a pretty good price. I did not know that was up for auction until it caught a bid, and I'm like, a bid? How did that happen? And so then I decided to just let it ride because the bid was for what I was hoping to get for it, and I got a couple more bucks. So that was cool. And this game, Alien Syndrome, PSP games are real hit or miss. This one wasn't worth much. $8 free shipping. I got it in a lot with a whole bunch of stuff, and I've had it for a long time. So that's it. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching this far. If you're still here, click the thumbs up. Let me know that you like the content. Give us a comment. Consider subscribing. It makes a lot of difference on how many people see the channel. And the more views I get, it's encouraging to know that I'm making this content and that people are actually going to see it. So thanks to you guys who do faithfully like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, consider doing it. It makes a lot of difference for the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.